The New York Yankees are making multiple moves and changes to this team as September has arrived, meaning there are call-ups happening to this New York Yankees MLB roster as the Yankees have added more depth in multiple important positions. While on top of that, we are going to see another move happen in just a few days as well for the team. And guys, with September being here with a lot of important moves happening for the Yankees, and the Yankees having this 12-game stretch that is the most important part of the season thus far, there is a lot to go over, and these moves are going to matter a ton for the team going forwards, and we are going to break all of that down. But before we do that, if you're part of that 72% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe for daily New York Yankees updates. We got a lot of great videos coming out for you guys right now as it's officially in the playoff hunt season. Now that September is here, summer is coming to a close, and things are about to heat up for the Yankees as the weather starts to cool down in New York. But let's jump into the video. There's a lot to go over on the team right now as Brian Cashman and the Yankees have started making some serious moves to this team. As we know, the New York Yankees have found themselves in a position where, despite at one point being in first in the American League East, now it feels like winning the AL East is going to take a bit of a stretch. However, they are in good position to get to that wild card game and stay alive, survive, and then get continually farther along in these MLB playoffs, as they are still, according to FanGraphs, they do have the best chance of any American League team to win the World Series at an 11% chance. So right now, there definitely is still hope for this Yankees team, and they've made a couple moves. One regarding a player whose return we've been waiting for since June, and we are going to jump right into that and discuss what that is, as Ryan Yarbrough and JC Escarra are the New York Yankees September call-ups. Austin Slater is continuing his rehab and could be a choice later this week, as revealed by Brian Hoke. Now, Hoke, he mentioned that, and then Greg Joyce went in deeper and then mentioned that Ryan Yarbrough was activated from the injured list on Monday ahead of Tuesday's series opener against the Houston Astros, giving the Yankees a second lefty out of the bullpen alongside Tim Hill, who can provide length. And by that, what he means is just the sense that we know Ryan Yarbrough can go multiple innings. We've seen it. We've seen him start for the Yankees. He's appeared in 16 games for the Yankees this year, 8 of them starting, 8 of them out of the bullpen, and in those 16 games, he's at 3.90 ERA. He's got a whip of 1.175, so the whip is solid. The ERA really got better, especially once he started, but he's not going to be starting with the Yankees anymore. He will be headed back to the bullpen, which is excellent for the Yankees. They need another left-hander out there outside of Tim Hill. Yarbrough steps in as the other one, and he could also go 3 to 4 innings if you needed him to. He could be that long relief guy, and that's huge for the Yankees. I mean, they brought in Paul Blackburn, who's not been bad with the Yankees right now after a terrible season thus far. However, Yarbrough is the type of guy that we do want on this team. He's a great pitcher. He pitched well for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays fans were upset when they lost him, and now Yarbrough returns. Now, Yarbrough, in his first appearances with the Yankees, his first 8 appearances when he was coming out of the bullpen, he had an ERA of 4.11, so it wasn't amazing. He did have 16 strikeouts in those 8 appearances, so that was good to see. But a lot of those games, it was really just that one game that he had against the Arizona Diamondbacks that really caused all of this. As you can see here, he had an ERA of 54 that game. Just not a good game for Ryan Yarbrough. Gave up 4 runs and in 0.2 innings, which is really what caused everything here. Outside of that, we saw him usually give up 0 runs. Yeah, he'd have games where he'd give up a run in an inning, and that's, you know, it is what it is. But, like, for the most part, what we've seen from Ryan Yarbrough has been very, very good stuff. He's only in his bullpen games had 3 games where he's allowed runs. Now, his ERA was so elevated because one of those was 4, the other one was 2. So that's really all it is. Ryan Yarbrough is a lot better than that ERA shows. It was just 3 bad games, really 2 bad games and 1 not great game. And frankly, I'm really, really excited to see Yarbrough back. I think he's really underrated for this Yankees team. I think he's going to be a huge help. And they get another lefty out there into that bullpen, which is going to be huge as well. The Yankees relied heavily on Tim Hill last playoffs, and look, Tim Hill was good. I'm not trying to pretend Tim Hill wasn't an excellent player for the Yankees, but at the same time, it's good to see that they have another arm out there, so they're not fully relying on Tim Hill to basically do everything when it comes to all that lefty specialist stuff. Now, on top of that, JC Escarra does make his return after being in the minors for a bit. Escarra's not appeared too much with the Yankees, though he was on the roster for a while. He was mainly just kind of insurance with that catching position. He had 84 at-bats, had 2 home runs, a .202 batting average, an OPS of 629, OPS plus a 75. So a below-average offensive player who was a solid defensive catcher for the team. Escarra is there, again, as depth once again. However, it's not necessarily a sure thing that he's going to be staying with the Yankees long-term because, as Joyce mentioned, JC Escarra was also called up from AAA to temporarily fill the extra position spot as Austin Slater finishes off a rehab assignment, and Slater is expected to play another game at AAA on Tuesday before he could be ready to come off the IL. The Yankees, they acquired Austin Slater at the trade deadline around that time, and they brought in a guy who mashes against the lefties. Slater's there for depth as well, can play the outfield, which is important just to have another guy out there who could do that. But really, it means Escarra is only here for a little bit. Now, Escarra has had 65 minor league at-bats this season. He's played in the minors a lot in his career and has been a pretty exactly average player. I mean, a .251 batting average, pretty solid. The OPS of 750 average. Like, what we're seeing is normal stuff from JC Escarra in his minor league career. But in these 65 at-bats that he's had, he's been good. He's got a nice batting average for himself, a little bit over 300, and the on-base percentage is a .413, and the OPS is an .828. So we're seeing that Escarra definitely is a talented player. There's a reason why he made the Yankees opening day roster. It wasn't just a fluke. It wasn't because they needed another catcher. They had Austin Wells. They had Ben Rice who could catch, and they added JC Escarra, and it worked out really, really well for them. So obviously, this is a move that the Yankees are just doing for a little bit more catching depth for the next couple of days. But with Ben Rice taking over as catcher more and more, what we're seeing is Escarra just here for now. Meanwhile, Austin Slater will return. Now, again, he's there to mash against lefties. That's what Slater does. He's at 130 at-bats this season with 29 hits. It's a .223 batting average, so it's nothing crazy. He only has 5 home runs. He's not a huge home run hitter at all. He's got a 684 OPS and OPS plus of 88, so he has been a below-average player. He could step in, play first base, play the outfield, pinch hit. He's not going to really be getting a lot of running time with the Yankees. He'll be there, so while Aaron Judge still is not able to get back into the outfield, so Giancarlo Stanton does not have to play the outfield every single day. Austin Slater will show up once in a while and just add a solid arm in the outfield as well. The man's got a good arm, but when it comes down to it, it's just a temporary situation for Slater where he's really just going to be a depth piece, and that's all you really want from him, and that's completely fine. The Yankees do have good depth, though, in general. I mean, as long as Anthony Volpe's starting, Jose Caballero is one of the best depth pieces that you could ask for right now. Austin Slater's good depth. It's something the Yankees definitely worked on at the trade deadline, was adding more of that, and that was something that definitely feels good to have. It's always good to have depth on your team, and really with Slater, with Caballero, with a few more guys added as well, it honestly is a very good deep roster. I mean, Ben Rice and Paul Goldschmidt sharing those first base duties and all that stuff. There is a lot of things that you could do going forwards with this Yankees team. They're versatile, they're deep, and there's a lot to like. What do you guys like? What do you not like? What do you think about these call-ups? Do they make sense to you? Do you want to see Slater or Escarra up there? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to get back to you. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. Go Yankees.